last spring in some very uncertain times. And for those of you who weren't here during the summer, having fun, going to beaches, traveling abroad, working in your gardens, laughing at the rest of us, you need to know that our summer was not much different. It was a relatively tumultuous summer in California. But at Merced College, I'm happy to say that, you know what, we're going to get through this year. I'll tell you why we're going to get through this year. We're going to get through this year because about 3 years ago, we started to hear that there was a recession coming. And collectively, we talked about that. At the budget development committees, as we started talking about our dollars and that sort of thing, we were very, very frugal. We saved some dollars, carried them over, saying, you know, we think things are going to be a little bit tougher in 2009 and 10. And little did we know that there was going to be a world meltdown. But not only did we act very frugally and thoughtfully, but we grew. As an institution, students started coming to us at rates that we hadn't seen for so long. And as a result of that, last year, for the first time in history, we surpassed the 10,000 mark in full-time equivalent students. And the Los Banos Center, which had opened just the year before, increased by 40% and exceeded the 1,000 mark for an off-campus center. Those were historical benchmarks for us administratively and for you as college people. But more importantly, to Merced County, it meant that Merced College was still doing what it was originally intended to do. Our speaker today is Dr. Jack Scott, who is the chancellor of our system. And because Merced College is so important to Merced, I would like him to turn around, because I'm going to ask you this question, and any one of you who is a former Merced College student, would you please stand up? Would you please do that for us? That's what this community, that's what this college means to this community. When I graduated from high school, if there hadn't been a community college here, frankly, I'm not really sure where I would have gone or whether I would have gone. Because I had thoughtful teachers in high school telling me that I needed to go to college, but I was also listening to places like San Jose that had 25,000 students, more students in the city that I came from. And so the community college was so important. The stories, such as the one that Caroline just told you, are all over the place. As I talk to people downtown and they tell me about what Merced College has meant to them personally, or to their children, or to relatives, it's incredible. Caroline talks about graduation night, and that's always such a special time for us. But we also have other smaller graduations. Some of our certificate programs, literally for students who, before they came to Merced College, had never even thought about stepping onto a college campus. And they get a certificate, and their families and their children sit out there, and they watch their mother or their brother or their sister come across the stage, or their dad, and they get a certificate. And if you can't imagine how important it is for a young person to see someone older in their family receiving that certificate, you just can't know what that means. Or when you see the radiologic technology students or our nursing students getting their certificates, their certification, and the lighting, the candle ceremonies that they go through. But more importantly, about the rigor of those programs. I tell people, it's hard to be an RN. Really hard. It's really, really hard to be a radiologic technologist. it's really, really hard to do a lot of the programs that we do here in 2 and 3 years. And in some cases, harder than the first 2 years of university the kids are doing here. So I was talking with folks yesterday. In fact, in the audience with us here right now is Rick Listorio, who is the foundation president just of our foundation. So Rick, if you could just wave to folks. You can clap. We were talking to a couple of people from the foundation, and we were explaining to them about what a community college is for its community and what Merced College specifically was to Merced. And it always surprises me because when I have that conversation, I even surprise myself as I start to identify and talk about some of the things that are out there that are going on at the Business Learning Resource Center on Los Angeles here, that's going on in our ag program, that's going on in our allied health programs. It's just, to me, incredible when we talk about the scholarly work of our students and how well they compete when they go out to universities. It always refreshes me when I have that conversation with folks. So I was going to tell you all of these salient events that we had gone through last year, but you know them. Again, we grew to 10,000. By the way, we did open our allied health building. If you haven't had an opportunity to go out there, you need to go out there. It is a state-of-the-art building. It is truly one of the finest facilities that I have seen. And of course, prior to that, we opened up our library in the Los Angeles Center, the IBC, and all these other facilities. And so as we continue to provide a nice facility for our students, more importantly, we continue to hire really, really strong people to teach those students and to touch those students. So if you look at the little pamphlet here of the faculty that we hired this year, we were so fortunate in the quality of faculty that we continue to hire here at Merced College. We also have a new vice president of administrative services. Her name is Merced, and I'm going to ask her to stand up and wave at you. Merced comes to us from Solano College by way of Peralta Community College and a couple of other places. But she was in the Army before she got into community college as a master sergeant. Now, every master sergeant I have ever known is a little tough bird. But Merced is one of the nicest, sweetest people. I haven't seen her mad yet. But professionally, she is truly one of the nicest, most pleasant people you will meet, and I hope that you have an opportunity to meet her a little bit later on. As you see the video of new faculty and staff, you'll meet that you need to who have just recently come on. But I just wanted to assure you that Merced College is here. We're strong. We're going to continue to do what we've always done. If there are those of you who are in the audience who are about my age, and there aren't many of you older, but there are some of you about my age and maybe a little bit older, and you've been here during some of the economic downturns that we have had. And we have always pulled together here at Merced College. We've always banged our way through. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to stay intact as a college. We're going to try to stay as who we are, so that when the economy gets better again, we're going to be further along than those others that had to retract and lay off staff and really reduce their schedule